The real reason Kid doesn't appear in Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 19. Chicago Fire has made a habit of cutting certain characters from certain episodes in Season 13. It's something that was introduced in years prior, but Season 13 has really upped the frequency rate at which long-standing characters are excluded from the show for a week at a time. Stella Kid, Miranda Ray Mayo, is the latest example. The character is nowhere to be found in the episode Permanent Damage, which airs Wednesday, April 23. Now her absence may be a little bit more concerning than usual, given the recent announcement that Chicago Fire characters Darren Ritter, Daniel Keary, our Sam Carver, Jake Lockett will soon be written off the show, but there's no reason to stress about Kid's future. As confirmed by NBC, Kid is missing in action because she is attending a leadership course at the National Fire Academy in Maryland. The character is always striving to get better, and given that she is one of the highest-ranking firefighters at 51, her decision to take the course makes total sense. Interestingly enough, Kid does play a peripheral role in the main storyline for Permanent Damage. Violet Hikami Hanako Greensmith investigates an old house fire from 10 years back, and a medic who abandoned a victim with help from Carver. The house fire investigated by Kid a decade back, but Violet pushes deeper and discovers some details that initially flew under the radar. It would have been fun to have Kid on hand to relay what she remembered about the investigation, but given how much the synopsis and the promo emphasis Violet, we can understand why writers felt it would be a good time to sit Kid on the bench. The good news is that the veteran firefighter will be back in action for the May 7 episode, Cut Me Open. The synopsis for the episode confirms that Kid and her husband, Kelly Severide, Taylor Kinney, will be meeting with the other of a child that they wish to adopt. The adoption storyline has been the main thrust of the season for the couple, and the fact that they are getting closer to making their dreams of becoming parents a reality means that we will likely see an adoption take place before the end of the season. Chicago Fire showrunner Andrea Newman told TV Line that Stellaride are going to be getting some major news regarding their adoption, and can infer based on the Cut Me Open synopsis, the episode will be a step towards realizing this news. What happens then, viewers have to tune in to find out. When Chicago Fire returned for its new season, fans quickly noticed a glaring absence. Stella Kid, the bold, brilliant lieutenant who'd become a pillar of Firehouse 51, was nowhere to be seen. Social media buzzed with questions. Where's Kid? Is Miranda Ray Mayo leaving the show? Did the writers forget how essential she is to the series? But behind the curtain of scripts and call sheets lies a story that's far more nuanced and deeply personal. A flame rekindled. In the world of television, characters often disappear because of contracts, creative decisions, or actor availability. But for Miranda Ray Mayo, Kid's absence was a deliberate and emotional pause. It wasn't about disputes or spin-offs. It was about returning to herself. During the hiatus between seasons, Miranda took a trip that would change her perspective forever. A solo journey to Costa Rica, originally meant to be a short wellness retreat, turned into something far more transformative. Hiking through the dense jungle, with only the sound of howler monkeys and her thoughts echoing around her, she had an epiphany. She was exhausted, physically, mentally, and creatively. I was losing Stella, Miranda confessed in a quiet interview with TV Guide. And if I lose Stella, the fans lose her too. Stella Kid, the woman, the myth, the weight. Kid wasn't just another firefighter. She was a symbol. A fierce female leader navigating a traditionally male-dominated world, all while showing heart, vulnerability, and a tenacity that made her unforgettable. But carrying that torch long poured herself into Kid's every scene. The emotional toll of playing a high-stakes character, often in high-octane, life-or-death situations, took a toll. People don't realize how much of yourself you'd give to someone like Kid, she explained. There's no halfway with her. She's all in, just like me. When Kid was written into command positions, navigating personal tension with Severide and professional responsibility with Bowden, Miranda felt herself pulled in multiple directions. Off-screen, she was also juggling personal losses, family obligations, and the weight of constantly being on. An unexpected detour. The original plan for Season 13 had Kid front and center in a gripping multi-episode arc involving a new firefighter rivalry and an undercover ADF investigation. But then came the call from Miranda's team. She needed time. Showrunner Andrea Newman was initially hesitant. Stella's arc was pivotal, she admitted. But we love Miranda, and we respect what she needed. So the writers pivoted. Scenes were rewritten, new characters introduced, and Kid's absence was softly woven into the narrative. She's in a leadership development program out of state, Bowden tells Severide in the premiere. A vague, diplomatic explanation for a far more meaningful journey. Behind the firehouse doors, the Chicago Fire cast is famously tight-knit. When Miranda broke the news during a Zoom table read, it wasn't just quiet, it was emotional. Taylor Kinney, Severide, later revealed, "There was a moment where we just sat there silent. Then Kara Kilmer said, 'We love you. We'll keep the house warm.' And that was that." David Eggenberg, Herman, offered his own brand of humor. "You better come back with jungle stories, not just a tan." But jokes aside, her absence was deeply felt. On set, Kid's locker remained untouched. A small framed photo of the cast sat on top, along with a post-it from Mayo herself that read simply, "Be brave. Always." Fan reactions and theories. Fans naturally had theories. Some feared the worst. Was Kid killed off-screen? Was there contract drama? Others spun wild ideas. She was filming a new firefighter drama in London. She was joining the FBI franchise. She was pregnant, on or off-screen. But the truth was quieter, simpler, human. Mayo's publicist eventually released a statement. Miranda Ray Mayo is taking a temporary step back from Chicago Fire to focus on personal wellness, creative restoration, and projects close to her heart. She remains deeply committed to the One Chicago universe. When art imitates life. Interestingly, Kid's departure will eventually become more than a footnote. It will evolve into story. Newman revealed that Stella's absence will be addressed more deeply mid-season. When she returns, she's different. She's seen things. She's changed, and the team doesn't know what to make of it. That's good drama. Fans can expect a different Kid, more introspective, more strategic, and possibly questioning her place at 51. Absence reveals truth, Miranda teased. When Kid comes back, she'll bring answers, and more questions. What's next? For now, Kid's shadow lingers. A photograph in Severide's wallet. A mention in roll call. A look exchanged when something reminds the team of her signature determination. And for Miranda, rumor has it she's working on a passion project, a short film exploring the emotional lives of first responders, blending narrative and documentary. It's Stella adjacent, she hinted, but also very me. There's no official return date, but inside sources confirm. Kid is not gone, just away. Final words. In a show driven by action, adrenaline, and relentless bravery, Stella Kid has always been a heartbeat, steady, strong, unwavering. And while her absence is deeply felt, it's also a reminder that heroes sometimes need time to heal too. Whether in a fire truck, a command office, or the middle of a Costa Rican jungle, Kid and Miranda Ray Mayo continue to burn bright. Not with chaos, but with courage. And when she finally walks back through the doors of Firehouse 51, helmet under arm, eyes wiser, the reunion will be nothing short of blazing.